Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the future of renewable energy. So let's start. What is renewable energy? Renewable energy is the energy from sources that are naturally replenishing from but flow limited. Renewable resources are virtually inex inexhaustible duration but limited in amount of energy that available per unit of time. The importance of renewable energy in the future. Renewable energy has been a harder or more important point of discussion than it is today. Many governments and in business or corporations have individuals and all around have begun to wake up and need more renewable energy. What would be the best renewable energy resources for the future? The two cleanest resources of energy productions are solar power and wind energy. And here are some of the renewable energy. First, we start off the solar energy. Solar energy is driven by the energy from the sunlight, converting into heat in and electricity or hot water or photovoltaic or PV system, as we all know, can convert direct sunlight into the electricity through the use of solar cells. And the benefits is one of the benefits of the solar energy is that the sunlight functionally endless. With the technology to harvest, there is limited supply for solar energy. And the current limitations, although the solar energy have saved you money in the long run, but it tends to be a significant upfront cost and unrealistic expenses. Wind energy. The wind farms capture the energy of the wind flows by using the turbines and converting into the electricity, where there are several forms of system used to convert the energy. Each vary. Commercial grade wind power generating system can be powered many different organizations, while single wind turbines are used to help supplement the existing energy organizations. And the wind energy is a clean energy sources, which mean that it doesn't pollute the air or the other forms of energies. And the current limitation it is that since wind farms tend to be built in the rural, remote areas, they are usually far from towns or the cities where they the electricity is needed most. The wind energy must be transported via transportation lines and leading to the high costs. The clean energy, it's clean energy, the future. It is now absolutely vital to optimize our of sustainable renewable energy resources. We have to address that the problems of global warming, health effects, and sustainability of fossil fuel dependency. In the United States, for instance, has 6 out of 10 onshore with wind farm of the world, while the UK is lead charge of 6 out of 10 highest capacity of offshore wind farms around the globe. And France has also recently begun moving away from nuclear power also. In 2018, the UK has over 1 million solar panel installation, which was 2% higher up than the previous year. At the same year, in 2018, Australia has reached 2 million solar installations. Currently, industry experts estimate that over the next 3 years, the United States will double the solar installation up to 4 million. And is it 100% renewable energy possible? Yes, the whole world can run on the renewable energy sources, but is going to take a time with some countries having easier transition than the others. Why the clean energy important to our future? There are a lot of endless reasons why the clean energy and could be more important to our future, but there are some of the most important, such as global health will improve. The air we currently breathing is polluted, especially for those in the city who impoverished communities. Or the next one is the fewer floods and drought will occur due to the sheer amount of water that required power plants and burns fossils, jobs are becoming far more likely to fade away. And renewable energy sources like wind power promoting promote economic growth. This is especially welcome to rural areas where the local economies could benefit from extra jobs created, which could lead us to the next one is the clean energy sources creating jobs. Uh, with wind turbine service technician and the second fastest growing occupation in the US, jobs are being created and maintained. And sustainable energy sources are the more steady source of revenue because solar power and the wind energy are rising steadily. There are more attractive investments opportunity in the wake of coronavirus, especially in this time. And renewable energy is far better than for the environment. In 2019, the electricity generated from the wind turbines and managed to avoid estimate 42 million cars worth of carbon dioxide emissions. Wind energy also helps to cut out the amount of sulfur dioxide and nitrous oxide emissions because it does not rely on any burning on fossils. And it comes to the renewables of end of the end of energy globalization. The renewable energy and the charging geography of energy trade. New sources and shapes where the reserves are located in energy is production, population growth, economic development, and climate conditions of change, and the shape of size, and anything of the energy and the nature and location of energy demand. The characteristic of renewable highlights profound changes in volume, locations, nature, and trade in energy sources, carriers, and the generation technologies have gone under the radar in discussion on geopolitical implications for renewable energy in the arenas. When it comes to energy globalization, we believe the three major impactors stand out. And in terms of trade balance, the biggest change that renewable energy significantly reduced that is the volume of energy resources are shifted across the globe. Regarding the location and renewable energy implies a regionalization of trade. Electricity has primary carrier for most renewables and faced along the distant losses in transportations. As you can see in the figure one, this is the global oil trade flows through the key checkpoint in 2016 as you can across the globe. That this is concerning as the nature of trade. Renewable energy generation technologies are more molecular or scalable than the fossils counterparts. Instead of shipping the components to build a single coal-fired power plant for a company, we would trading many solar panels to a bioreactors of producing the same kilowatts. And this is figure number 2. This is the change in primary energy demand from 2016 to 2014. As you can see in the graph, renewables and trade flows is a challenge for global geoeconomics. The transition to renewable energy is expected greatly to lessen global trade in energy sources and regionalize trade emphasis the shifts to energy the carriers in the short-term flexibility. At the same time, the generation technology has changed its nature while the critical material flows emerge.
All right, let's talk about Thailand and renewable energy. What is Thailand doing in terms of renewable energy? Renewable energy development in Thailand includes solar power, wind power, small and large hydropower plants, biomass, biogas, municipal solid waste, geothermal power, and biofuels. Let's talk about solar power first. Solar power in Thailand is targeted to reach 6,000 megawatts by 2036 in 2030 installed photovoltaic capacity nearly double and reached 704 megawatt by the end of the year. At the end of 2015, with a total capacity of 2,500 to 2,800 megawatt, Thailand has more solar power capacity than all of the rest Southern Asia combined. Okay, wind power in Thailand. Wind power in Thailand amount to an installed production capacity of 224.5 megawatt as of the end of 2014. Installed capacity was 112 megawatt at the end of 2012, with 111 megawatt at in 2013 and a minor amount at in 2014. It ranked Thailand 46th in the world by installed capacity as of 2015. Okay, hydropower in Thailand. Thailand has set targets and policies for development of its energy sector of 2035, with priority being given to indigenous renewable energy resources, including hydropower. Hydropower in Thailand is the biggest form of renewable energy in Thailand, beating solar power in Thailand and wind power in Thailand, with a total capacity over 7,000 megawatts of hydropower generation capacity installed in 26 hydroelectric dams in the country. Biomass in Thailand. Thailand is an agricultural country. After harvesting, there will be a large amount of agricultural waste left, which could be used as biomass energy. Biomass is the production of industrial agricultural waste such as rice husk, basket fiber, and palm shell. Usually, industrial sectors use fossil fuels, including fuel crude oil, diesel, cooking gas, coal, because of its high heating value. It's being convenient to use and to transportation, and fuel prices are not high. Biogas in Thailand. Thailand's final energy consumption has increased continuously. The government policy is used to up more alternative energy consumption in all sectors, especially the agro-industry waste, which the most of the wastewater from the production and has the potential to produce biogas. Currently, Thailand has over 1,700 biogas plants and over 150 plants of industrial waste, which joined the biogas promotion project for industry support by Energy Conservation Fund, Ministry of Energy. Municipal solid waste in Thailand. The increasing municipal solid waste generation along with high fraction of organic waste and common disposal of open dumping is the current scenario in many areas in Thailand. As a response to this problem, the country's pollution control department aims to reduce the MSB generation rate to less than 1 kilogram per capita per day, increase the collection efficiency and improve the recovery of recyclables for many years. More than 600% of the solid waste disposal system in Thailand has been carried out by open dumping. Geothermal energy in Thailand. The 10 years EDPD sets a target to develop 1 megawatt of power production from geothermal. As of 2006, a study by the Department of Alternative Energy Development and Efficiency found a total of 112 hot brine sources in every region of Thailand except northeastern. Water temperature on the surface area rank between 40 to 100 degrees Celsius, and most of the hot springs were originated from granite, especially along with fault line in the northern province, such as Mae Cham in Chiang Mai and Phang in Chiang Mai. Okay, biofuels in Thailand. Thailand has set up serious efforts to reduce oil imports and carbon emissions by replacing at least 20% of its vehicle fuel consumption with renewable energy sources such as ethanol and biodiesel within the next 5 years.
Mhm.
Almost 90% of ethanol produced in Thailand is from cane molasses. The remaining 10% is from cassava. The proportion is expected to shift over time in favor of cassava. Molasses supplies are expected to increase to 3 million tons, half of which will be used in food industry, and the balance will be for exports and fuel internal productions. Cassava production was 22.5 million tons in 2006, and it is expected to grow as the plant cassava-based ethanol production plant start operating. The main raw material for biodiesel in Thailand is palm oil. They can be ranked third in the world after Indonesia and Malaysia.
So that is it for today's, guys. I hope you learned something else, not on either. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.